Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a daily twin flame love message. So, I got angel bumps. Let's get started. I got the Divine Love deck here, and I have the Heart's Hidden Secrets deck. So let's see what it is that we need to know for this day. We'll use this card to get messages from your person, and we'll use the Divine Love for messages for the journey. Ooh, and a card popped out, so I'm going to put that aside and just as an extra message for you. I just wanted to shuffle this deck up a little bit. It's so nice to shuffle. That's the Heart's Hidden Secrets. So, okay. So let's see. We're using the Divine Love deck. Let's see what we have for this journey today. Welcome if you're new to the channel, and thank you for being here. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much. Thanks for all the likes, subscribes, and it helps this soul family grow into a bigger community. So thank you so much. And let's see, what are the messages for this daily love? For this Sunday, I can't believe it's Sunday already. This one wanted to come out. And let's see, that at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. And, you know, I love this because it shows in the higher realms, you know, a little bird and a cup. You know, it shows that there is this higher love connection that's coming in for you. And you may see birds today. You may intuit messages from birds. And this looks like, you know, when I look at it this way, it looks like a robin. They have that red breast, and so it looks like a robin to me, ushering in new life for you and your person. And I just, you know, this is almost like a thought bubble to him, to her, or to him. And I feel like, you know, this is you constantly being reminded of your person, or your person always thinking about you as they're doing, you know, doing their day-to-day. You are always a constant, and that's because you are connected through spirit, through your higher selves. So you're going to always be connected, always feeling each other's energy near you. But I feel this is showing that cup of love, and your person is, you know, figuring out how to bring this cup of love. They know they have to bring it from the higher realms to the earthly realms, and they're figuring out how to do that, and, you know, make their fantasies, make their, you know, their wishes, their dreams full with having you in their lives, and, you know, you being a part of their lives. So really beautiful energy in this card, and I just want to take a peek. Yeah, and it's showing, you know, it's showing three cups here, and, you know, they may have choices. They may be at a crossroad right now, and, you know, this is showing that two of the cups are very much alike. You know, they both have the peacock feathers, which means you and your person are, you know, developing your independence, developing your individual spiritual growth and healing. You're going through that. And then there's one cup here that doesn't really look. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so there's two cups here that look, you know, the same kind of bird. And then the peacock is the bird in the middle. And I feel like this is showing, you know, this is showing the independence, the spiritual growth that's happening in the connection. This is symbolic of God, the higher power, coming into the connection and bringing in all that you need, all the nourishment, all the love that you need when you tap within, and to help the connection grow and come together quickly. So 4 meaning stability, security, safety. So sorry about that. I was looking, I thought there were 2 peacocks, but there's only one, and that would be the big the big, the big, the big honcho, the God, the higher power. Okay, so that is the overall message, in this deck. Isn't that beautiful? This is such a lovely deck to read. And then we have the Knight of Cups. This is that energy, of, bringing this cup of love down into the physical with the eagle there. And this looks like a golden eagle, and bringing this cup of love, traveling through their emotions, to bring their cup of love, no matter what they're doing. But this is, both of you working on the spiritual growth within yourselves, working on your emotional self to balance out all that you need to balance out within the emotions and your chakras to bring harmony into the connection. And this hawk or eagle, whatever it is, it's a messenger from the higher realm. And this is, showing that, this eagle is, her hawk is just about ready to take off. It's like a message coming for you today. Could be from your person, letting you know, and it could be through music, it could be from the higher realms, connecting telepathically, it could be in the physical. But this is a message coming, letting you know that they're on their way, that they're balancing their, harmonizing their emotions, their whole self, in preparation of reuniting. Then we have the Five of Coins, and this is the five equaling change. This is an ending to being left out in the cold, or feeling like you're left out in the cold. Five is also a change in how you, for some of you, it's going to be a change in how you make your pentacles. In the past, you relied on always having, seeking out things and for your stability. And now you're floating to the higher, the higher purpose, and things are going to be floating to you. And that's for you and your person. And, people are going to be drawn to you. People are going to be drawn to you. You're going to find that you walk in a store and people stop you and they start telling you their life story, or they start telling you about something fun that happened in their life, or, something that was memorable to them. They're going to be telling you, or something that's precious to them. They're going to just stop you and start talking to you about these things, because people are magnetically being drawn to you. And that's what's going to happen with the with your purpose, is changing, moving your stability from, the lower, the lack, always having to chase, opportunities, to opportunities flowing into you, because you're aligning more within your connection and with the things that that are meant for you. And then we have the Page of Swords. And I love this because here's the sign of the bird again. We had the bird in the overall energy. We have the bird and the Knight of Cups. These are messengers from God, and Spirit guidance here. Messengers from God letting you know that you're on the right path, that you have your sword of truth, that, you're taking the steps up. You're taking each step up in order to move forward, and you're not going to let anything stop you. And, you're stepping into, this is what I'm seeing. I'm reading the cards intuitively. So, you're stepping into the flow of life. That's what I'm seeing with this Five of Pentacles, is there's change here happening with what's drawn to you. And that's because you're surrendering all that, your worries, to the Most High, and you're stepping into the flow of life, and you can just ask yourself, when you're driving, this is just one example, but when you're driving, are you hitting all green lights as you go? Or are you, hitting a green, then hitting a red, hitting a green, hitting a red, or hitting all reds? It kind of shows you, do I, it just, to me, it's a really fun um, symbol of, are you in the flow or do you need to surrender more? And so pay attention to what's happening around you, because spirit gives you these little signs that help let you know what nurturing you need, what needs to happen for your spiritual growth on your path. And so this is showing me that um, that you have their help, you're on the right path, and you're stepping up into the flow of life, letting things flow to you instead of you having to chase them. And then we have the Knight of Wands, and this is, well, we get two knights here. So this is fast moving energy, and with the fire horse coming in last month, definitely it's been fast-paced energy. I can't believe how fast a week goes, and boom, we're back into the next week. So this month of March has just been flying by. This is fast-moving energy. And I feel like this is fast tracking for some of you. You'll know if this resonates. It's fast tracking the energy between you and your person. And with the fire there, I see this as symbolic of the fire horse that came in February, fast tracking you and your person coming, reuniting back together. And, I just want to see. Yeah, and we got the symbol of the horns there. She's holding on. And I feel like this is, that fast-paced energy, the fire there, transmuting any dross, any fear into gold, into love. And it's fast moving, it's fast forward momentum. So one thing you can use as an affirmation for you and your person is, I am moving forward fearlessly, courageously, confidently, grounded and rooted in the presence of the present moment, with turbo fast divine guidance, inspiration, and intervention, with love. So you're setting that intent, and that is creating this fast forward movement for you and your person, as both of you reflect within and do your spiritual growth within. It just speeds up the process. So, and the energy in the air right now, the energy among us right now is that fast moving energy. And then we have the Queen of Wands, your person seeing you as this passionate leader, this passionate, innovative, inspiring, having their poop together leader, and having the light, being surrounded by the light, by the magenta energy of love, and having done a lot of healing and being secure within yourself. So, and of course, they see you as this sexy, this, just very, just very attracted to you, and you, of course, seeing them in the same way. So this is that you stepping into more of that fast moving energy, and just moving forward no matter what, focusing on yourself, focusing within, and doing the healing work. So really powerful. So those are some great messages. Now we had an extra message that flew out when I was shuffling, and that was loyalty. Your person is extremely loyal to you right now. The dog, symbolizes unconditional love, loyalty. They're wanting to bring you a flower. So if you see flowers today, pink flowers, you know why, because they're thinking about you and wanting to do that for you. They see you as trusting, reliable, um, and just they're believing in the connection, and they feel the same from you, so they know this is a reciprocated love. So beautiful. Let's see what else they want to say. And this just popped out. So they're focusing on what they're seeing as mistakes, but we know that there's no mistakes. We know that there's only opportunities for learning and preparation in this love connection. And they want to connect with you, and they want to clear up any misunderstandings. They are feeling somewhat in victim mode now. I just saw an angel light around us. So, and then they also are feeling a little bit lost in their life. It's like, when the tower hits, it's like, and you've had this happen, Divine Feminine, that when it hits, it's like, you're looking at your life saying, wow, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, so it's letting go of the old them, and, having to let go of the old, the old expectations or the old picture of what they thought their life was going to be, and focusing on what it's truly meant to be, the bigger picture. So let's see if there's any other messages from your person. Any other message from your person? Yeah, and they feel like they've bluffed their way through life a little bit, with pretending, putting on a mask and exaggerating things are going well, but they, inside they are, underneath that mask, they're suffering and they're wanting to be back with you. So, and recognizing that they're not on the correct path, that it's time to end the cycles and put themselves on the correct path, which is with you. So they're recognizing more and more their mistakes, and how much of a mask they've worn with people in their lives. And so they're working on putting all this into completion, completing all of the cycles and putting this all into completion in order to get on the right path, which is their soul path with you. At the, let's see, here we go, depth. Yeah, so they're diving to the depths. They want you to know awareness, importance, and value. They are, as they dive deep into, looking at their life and how they've bluffed and wore masks, and the, opportunities for learning that they've had, they've recognized the depth of this relationship. It's brought awareness. It's brought, they see you as very valuable and very important in their life, and they don't ever want to lose that. So I hope this helps, and I'm wishing you so many blessings and miracles today. Namaste.